Well, hello from Ireland's not so warm training camp in Portugal, where unfortunately the weather is a bit like it is back home, where storms have absolutely battered the Algarve over the last few days. That hasn't stopped Ireland's preparations for the Six Nations. However, as you can see behind me, they are out on the pitch for their second pitch session of the week ahead of next week's opener against France in Paris. Well, a ball hasn't even been kicked in the Six Nations yet, and it has been full of drama in the Ireland camp. Yesterday, we had the news that Bundee hasn't travelled here to the Algarve with Ireland due to the 4-game ban that he subsequently received for misconduct charges arising from his behaviour around Connacht's defeat to Leinster last weekend. That's meant Jude Postlewaite has been called up, uncapped Ulster centre. He's out there training with the squad. Big opportunity for Jude Postlewaite, obviously, to impress this week. He's been brilliant for Ulster over the last 18 months to 2 years. We also had the injury to Eoghan Keenan. He has gone back to Ireland. He fractured his thumb in a really innocuous training incident by all accounts. So that is a big blow. Even though Eoghan Keenan hadn't played this season, he was fully expected to come back into the team for that game against France next week. So that opens up a slot at fullback. It'll be very interesting to see where Andy Farrell goes with that. He's got plenty of contenders in the likes of Jacob Stockdale, who, a bit like Jude Postlewaite, has been excellent in an Ulster team that's been really humming this season. Will he get an opportunity to play at fullback? Will it be Kieran Frawley, another player who's had a really good season for Leinster in his not so preferred position at fullback, but he's been very good? Of course, Frawley will join Connacht next season in the hope of getting more game time at his preferred position at number 10. The other contenders to wear the number 15 jersey are Jamie Osborne, who, a bit like Eoghan Keenan, hasn't played in a long time. He suffered a shoulder injury last November, but as we've seen in the past, think of South Africa a couple of years ago on the summer tour, Jamie Osborne did a really good job at fullback for Ireland. Be a big ask to throw him in with such little game time under his belt, but he's another option. Perhaps could we see Jack Crowley, who's slotted in at fullback for Munster in recent weeks and done really, really well. Big call, of course, to make at out half for Ireland as well. And that's a bit of the theme of the first few days, I think, is that you look at the injuries to loose heads, Andrew Borger, Paddy McCarthy, Jack Boyle. That's going to present an opening in the number 1 jersey. It'd be very interesting to see who wears that. You've got contenders in Munster duo Jeremy Loughman, Michael Milne. Of course, 20-year-old Connacht uncapped prop Billy Bowen has also been called into cap since the weekend. And Tom O'Toole, the Ulster prop, could also switch across to the loosehead side if Andy Farrell looks to do that. So several options on the table as Andy Farrell looks to nail down his match day 23 for that Six Nations opener in Paris on this day week, on Thursday. It's coming down very fast now. We're going to have a press conference once this session is done and dusted. We'll get the reaction to Bundee's suspension, and we'll get the latest on the fitness update of the players who were carrying knocks when they came into camp. So make sure you stay tuned to the Irish Independent for all the best Six Nations coverage.